this your first comic book?
It is.
Wow.
I know, it's pretty wild. And like, we don't have anything like this in Australia, so I didn't even know what Comic-Con was. It's kind of wild.
Well, they said CW the show, go get promotion.
Yeah. No, it's cool that there's such a buzz about it, and the show isn't even on air yet.
Right. Well, I have a question for you.
Sure.
For Faye, she's kind of a hard character to understand. Do you see her as like a villain or someone who's who's misunderstood?
I think she's also misguided. I think she's very unpredictable. I think what's going to be fun throughout the series is seeing Faye go from one end to the other. I think Faye has the potential to be really good as well. I don't think she necessarily wants to like hurt people. She's just kind of bored, and instead of like going out and partying, which is what teenagers normally do, she just wants to like do really bad magic. That's kind of her vice.
Thank you.
Can you explain, or I guess, the popularity of witches? I mean, witches are back on in True Blood. They're a main force there, and you got your whole show yourself centered around witches. To you, why are they such a popular character in pop culture?
I mean, I think it's the idea that magic is infinite. There's not many rules, which is what's cool. I mean, there's kind of no end to where this can start or end. Like there's, it's not like with vampires who can't go outside. Witches can do anything, and so I think that's where the moral dilemma comes in. Like if we have this incredible power, how far do we take it, and do we use it for good or do we use it for bad, or do we not use it? It's that kind of that question. Yeah.
How did you find out about this and other characters? How did it happen?
My agent sent me the script, and I'd been doing pilot season in LA, and I'd read so many scripts and so many pilots, and I went around to my best friend's house, and I was like, you have to read this script. Like, it is amazing. And then about 2 weeks later, I auditioned for it, and from then it was just quick. It was kind of like I went and met like all the producers and Kevin and Liz, and about 3 weeks later I got the role. But I was in a juice bar and screamed. I was so excited because I genuinely I wanted this role so badly, and regardless of what character I was going to play, I wanted to be part of this story and this show. Because it's written really well. I mean, it's kind of that idea that they are just normal teenagers, but then there's this added element of magic and power struggles, and I think that's what's cool to play with. You kind of get to do a bit of both worlds.
Now, all of the, I guess, kids, but I guess like teenagers and everything on the show have really intense chemistry. Work on that at all for the pilot, or just like
it's not really. I mean, really lucky that I live with Brittany. That's how close we all are. We kind of all met, and within like 3 days, we've all got the same kind of wicked sense of humor, and we all just get along so well. And I think that, when you do get along with your castmates, it shows on screen.
Right.
Yeah. Even though, in the show we're not meant to be getting along, you still have to have a rapport with people. So, yeah.
Now, Phoebe, have you read the books? Have you read the books? Okay.
I
So,
read them during the pilot.
when you're reading about Faye, are you like, okay, I have to stay true to Faye in the books? Because she's very...
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I guess, they're different mediums. You can put something in a book that may not necessarily convey that well, like, on a show. And also, it's kind of Kevin's vision. So even though I can read the books as reference, and just to kind of, I think they're really great books as well.
They are.
But, I kind of, at the end of the day, it's kind of Andrew and Kevin's vision, and that's what I play to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you have any sort of interest in the supernatural at all growing up or before the series?
I played on a show for 3 years, playing a mermaid.
H2O.
Yeah, so I'm always kind of in this like magic world, like typecast. I'll be like a fairy next. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm such a fan of like, those kind of shows, and I'm a big True Blood fan and Vampire Diaries, so it's cool to be on a show like this. Yeah.
And the chemistry on the show, can you talk a little bit about how you think you're going to see the characters interact and sort of with one another as the series progresses? How the Coven develops.
How the
Coven kind of develops.
Yeah, I think at the moment Diana is very much like the leader of the pack, and I think that's going to change. I think the dynamic of who's leading and who's kind of following, and I think there's going to be different like sides, and we're going to kind of swap sides. I think there's a potential for Faye to kind of start being good. You know, some of the other characters that at the moment are good to do some bad things, and I think it's going to kind of, everyone's going to change a lot throughout the series. Yeah.
And what about
the adults on the show are, you know, pretty A-list actors and actresses. What's it like working with them?
It's amazing. I mean, the whole show, sometimes I have to like pinch myself. I'm so lucky. But I mean, Natasha's amazing. And like, she's playing my mom. Like, that's ridiculous. She looks like my sister. But yeah, it's just kind of an honor to be surrounded by all these like incredibly talented, incredibly creative and passionate people. So I'm a lucky girl. Yeah.
Now they just casted Logan.
Yes.
As Sally, and at first everyone was thinking it's Sally Waltman from the books, you know, who had a little thing with Faye. There was a lot of friction there. So do you foresee Sally?
I don't know how much I can get away with, but yeah, I mean, I don't think Faye really likes anyone but herself. So any new character, I think Faye's gonna have some troubles with.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
To be a witch in real life and cast just one spell to learn, what would you like people to do?
Oh God, it's just like the world peace answer. I don't know. I mean, I hate flying, so if I could make myself get to places without having to get on a plane, that would be like my very selfish spell. But then, yeah, world peace.
Yeah.
Is this your first role for American TV?
Yeah.
It is, okay.
Yeah, so, you know, I kind of went into the audition as an American, just because obviously I'm Australian.
Right.
And I just didn't want them to have any reason not to cast me. So yeah, I went in as an American. Hey, I'm Phoebe, like, how are ya, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I hope that it's on in Australia so that like my mom can watch it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Somehow those
DVDs,
episodes,
yeah.
online.
Yeah.
Who would win in a fight, Faye or evil Willow Rosenberg on Buffy?
On what, sorry?
Evil Willow Rosenberg on Buffy versus Faye.
Oh my God. I am such a Buffy fan. Faye, definitely. But, yeah. Buffy is the best.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to steal Phoebe from you guys. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. See you later.